In this video, we're going to talk about commercial kitchen design and commercial kitchen equipment with particular reference to corporate dining. Hey, how you doing?
Great, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. Now, I have
Great.
a question for you. I've sometimes been to these offices, big businesses and what have you, and they've got their own corporate dining, which seems to be amazing to me. How big is this as a trend? Is this kind of everywhere?
It actually is everywhere and is becoming more and more popular. Not just becoming more and more popular, they're becoming competitive between themselves on regards to excellence.
So which business I want to work for is the one that's got the best kitchen?
That's correct. And you'll see with major brands and corporations, they'll provide a full lunch and a full menu to all of their employees all hours of the day to be able to satisfy them, to get the best out of their employees.
Well, it makes sense to me, and there's got to be a health benefit too.
Definitely, it's part of the fitness. A good healthy lunch. And talking about that, in these cafes that are BNIs, you have set up very healthy diets. So there's a lot of create your own salads and all different types of toppings.
Like when you go in, they've got all of those bowls and you add some greens and you pick the vegetables that you want and you mix it all together.
For a dessert, they'll have a full variety of cut fruit to pick from. So that's something that we see more and more is self-service, so that everyone has a variety of different things that they'll like in the diet, so they're not tied down to one specific item.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, cool. So we're talking about corporate dining or corporate cafes, but tell me, what are some of the design considerations when you're putting together a commercial kitchen with this in mind?
Well, one of the things that we start with is the actual seating area of how many people we're looking to cater to at one specific time, and then take that into consideration as well as all the people that are going to take back up to their cubicles and eat lunch there.
Right.
So that's a big key factor. So we size up the actual front of the house, which would be the buffets and the self-serve counters, and then we have to take into consideration the back house, which is the actual kitchen area, to be able to meet those needs and fulfill those large quantities. And we're talking about usually 3,000-4,000 at a time.
What?
Yes, yes.
So this is like a corporate campus we're talking about.
This is a corporate campus. These are big numbers, correct.
Wow.
On smaller numbers would be 300, 250. Those are the applications of businesses and industries that will have their own corporate chef and their own kitchen operating. Very, very popular is also to have a food service management company that would come in and execute that on a day-to-day basis, on an everyday basis.
So they're hired to kind of run the corporate cafe, as it were?
Correct.
Okay.
So they'll run it, but the corporation would still go ahead and outfit the actual kitchen, and that's what we would work with, the architects, the builders, the general contractors, to be able to execute those needs.
And the chef, I imagine.
And the chef,
always the chef.
Always the chef.
So if that's the kind of the design process and the numbers we're talking about, are there any particular commercial kitchen equipment items that you might recommend in those circumstances?
So very important to have the right amount of space in refrigeration based on your deliveries. We also see them to be outfitting large kettles, steamers, combi ovens, flight type dish machines to be able to get all of the utensils and cutlery back out quick enough to have a quick turnaround. So everything is on a very large scale in the sense of being able to prepare a large amount to be able to be displayed for a very short amount of time.
Right, because that would be the thing, right? Food would be out quickly and just gone.
Correct.
And are there any particular insights when it comes to the sort of more snackable items? You know, I want to say 3 o'clock in the afternoon when everyone gets the munchies.
So I don't hang around there that much in order to know that part of it. I'm sure there is a part where we call it off-peak hours. Right. So they'll set up a whole self-serve style of items that people would like to eat, and they can just have it cashed out at the cashier versus being served from a server.
Right, okay, that makes sense to me. All right, good. Well, look, we really have explored commercial kitchen design and equipment that we might use in corporate dining. Any other nuggets of magic amazing tucked away in your brain considerations when it comes to the corporate cafe or corporate dining space?
I think a big part of the outfit is actually the decor of the actual front of the house, as we call it. So maybe having an open kitchen to show a little bit of the grilling and finishing of the products and things like that. So a lot of people appreciate seeing the actual making of some of their foods.
Right, so they can tell it's fresh and it's healthy and all that sort of thing.
Correct. So the ambience and the decor is a very big key factor for cafes and business and industries.
All right, terrific. Thank you so much for your insight. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
If you'd like to find out more about commercial kitchen design or commercial kitchen equipment, please visit us online at culinarydepot.inc.com.